Good morning, this is Dave Britton with Lobo Business Sales LLC. Here's a quick podcast on 5 survival tips when looking to sell a business that may be in dangerous waters. For full disclosure, this is only for informational purposes. Your situation is unique in nature and you should consult your attorney and professionals on any exit strategy that you may have. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the podcast. Hear that scream? That's mostly what a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners may be doing if their business is not performing up to snuff or the way that they like. They might be slamming the door, running down the street with their heads on fire, but don't worry. There's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Here's 5 survival tips when you're looking to sell a business that may be in dangerous waters. Number 1, you gotta breathe. You gotta stay calm. Just like anything in life, everything starts with thoughts. Those thoughts go into actions. Those actions give you results. But you have to stay calm. If you're working in a hysterical manner, you're probably going in a non-focused avenue. That's not going to get you the results you want. So step 1, breathe, stay calm, and let's go to step 2. Step 2, you need to assess exactly where you're at now. Anything that you want to do in life, whatever the goal may be, you need to look at where it is where you want to go, work backwards, but you're going to have a starting point. And that starting point is an honest assessment of exactly where you're at now. You cannot sugarcoat this in any means. You have to say, using an example of having a business that may not be running on all cylinders, you have to say, okay, we are not doing the sales that we want, or we're in an underperforming market, or we're not expanding the way we want, or we have too much payroll, or we have older inventory. Whatever the case is, whether good, bad, or indifferent, you need to assess exactly where you're at now so you can build a plan to successfully implement as you go down the road. Step 3, sell off any non-performing assets. I cannot stress this enough. Whenever you have a business, you're going to have assets that are performing for you and assets that are not. Now, keep in mind, this will go not only to traditional working capital, which includes inventory, cash, other items in that realm, but also equipment that you're using. Let's say, for an example, you have a restaurant, and that restaurant has 5 deep fryers. If you're only using 3, why have the other 2? Wouldn't it be better off to sell off the other 2, reduce any outstanding debt, or catch up on back vendors, or put those funds into marketing, whatever the case may be, so that business is run leaner and meaner as you go forward? I think there was a gentleman by the name of Michael Dell that did this with his business model. We all know how he succeeded with his company, but his model was always keep everything lean and mean and a very streamlined business model. Do that with your business too, and you'll be thankful when you look to exit. Number 4, this is an easy one. Most people will try to do this on number 1 step, but wait until number 4. Spruce up any web presence you have. Keep in mind that anybody that buys any type of business is going to look at you first online. This is almost 100% the case. It could be something as simple as going to your Facebook page, maybe doing a Google search, seeing any videos you might have on YouTube, going to your website, even just looking you up on Yelp. Whatever the case is, most people, no matter how great your business is, are going to look at you online. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you have the dream business. Maybe it's not performing the way you want, but it's the dream business. You're renting jet skis on beautiful Clearwater Beach. Well, even though you have the white powdery sand and the beautiful sunsets and the friendly people and all the restaurants, and it's just awesome down there. As great as it is, and even people that would be interested in buying the business know it's great, before they go to you, they're going to look you up online. They're going to visit your Facebook page. They're going to look at your reviews. If these are not up to snuff, it's going to set a bad first impression before they even get their first impression, even though they know the beach is beautiful. Keep in mind, a lot of these items can be done at almost nil cost. If you're not familiar with coding or even building a simple website, there are millions, literally millions of people that can do it for you. You can join a quick Facebook group, put an ad out on LinkedIn, go to some of the sites. You could probably even just put a quick ad on a message board saying, I'm looking for somebody to build me a website. You'll be flooded with offers. This is something you can do fairly cheap and inexpensively, so get it done. Number 5. I saved this one for the end because it's extremely important, and it's probably the must-have of all these items. When you're looking to sell a business that may be in dangerous waters, it's not the same as selling a business that's running on all cylinders. You have to be realistic with what's happening. Now, in some of my other videos, I spoke about approximately 70 to 80% of businesses that are offered for sale currently on the market will never sell. There's a whole host of reasons for this. The other videos go into it. You please take a moment and view those. But in absence of traditional financing, where it would normally come in with a 7A program through a bank or a local lender, they won't finance on a business that's non-performing or have year-over-year down sales, or basically could be in jeopardy of repayment of that debt instrument or loan. If it's a cash purchase, it's going to be literally on pennies on the dollar. So that's really probably not in your best interest anyways, and most people won't do that on a business that is in dangerous waters. That leaves only one option to sell those assets. Well, actually two: walk away and just take the loss, which usually isn't always the best idea or your only option, or two, offer seller financing. You can do this in a host of ways. Speak to your attorney, speak to your accountant, speak to your professionals about this, because everybody has a own unique situation that's right for them. But very, very generic is you can offer something where you're taking a 20 or 30% down payment and financing the rest over 5, 7, or 10 years. This will hopefully offer you a win-win scenario. Win is you're able to exit the business without completely walking away, and win for your potential buyer and maybe even a future business partner to bring them in, revamp the business, maybe recapitalize it, and get the business back on good footing. So with that said, that concludes our 5 survival tips. As a quick summary: number 1, breathe and stay calm. 2, assess exactly where you're at. 3, sell off any non-performing assets. 4, spruce up your web presence. And 5, be open to seller health financing. As always, I'm wishing you the best, unlimited success. Keep that entrepreneur spirit shining bright. This is Dave Britton with Lobo Business Sales LLC. Have a fantastic day.